Alright guys, so I'm expecting like pretty soon Sony will be just saying like, fine, you win, okay? And Spider-Man and all these stuff will be going to the Xbox version of the Avengers. Deep down, I don't think that's gonna happen, but logically, I would assume that should happen pretty soon. People are pissed. Sony's explanation just pissed even more people off. Like, the people who were like, this isn't that bad, were pissed off by Sony's statement. They were like, alright, time to fucking die. And even though, admittedly, I'm going to buy the game on PlayStation 4, because I want to get a PlayStation 4 Pro as it is, and I want to play Spider-Man in Marvel Spider-Man. And I want, because see guys, I'm not that interested in PlayStation 5 right now. It's super good, but supposedly I'm going to need to get a new TV anyways. So, I'm just going to get Spider-Man on PlayStation 4 Pro, call it a day. But I also want to get Marvel's Avengers on there. I was gonna get that on my Xbox, and then I found out, no, I'll be paying the same price and getting an inferior product. I said, fuck it. People are saying that Sony owns Spider-Man. Movie-wise? Yeah, absolutely. Video game-wise, could not be further from the truth. Has anyone played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? Have you noticed that a certain... What the fuck? Shit's haunted. Okay. You noticed a certain web crawler is still in the game, and it's by Capcom. Sony is not mentioned at all in the copyrights and shit. Gee, maybe that's because movie rights are different than video game rights. I don't know. Comic Book Cast 2, he's talking like... He's like, which, this is their right to do. They have the Spider-Man card. No. No. My theory is Sony is actually developing Spider-Man for that game. Or rather, Insomniac is going to be developing Spider-Man for Avengers. So... But even still, Minecraft is owned by PlayStation, or is owned by Microsoft, and they're putting that out on PlayStation. So, I mean, Sony's just being anti-consumer over here. I would genuinely rather Spider-Man not be in the game at all than PlayStation get an advantage. And I'm going to be buying the PlayStation anyways. So, it's not like I have a fucking... It's not like I have a reason to be like, oh, well, I'm an Xbox fanboy. I do not define myself by the consoles I use. Only idiots do that, like, oh hey, I'm an Xbox, I got a Halo. Oh hey, I'm Sony, I got a Spider-Man. I got a God of War. Like, I don't understand console fanboys. Because, what's the point? You're just limiting yourself to certain experiences. Anyways, yeah, so... But anyways, Sony's just like, alright, well, Spider-Man, you know, certain missions, certain fucking skins. And now, how do you explain that, Comic Book Cast 2? Certain skins that have nothing to do with anything Sony owns are exclusive to the PlayStation version. I believe they said that's a timed exclusive, but that has nothing to do with any of that. And then on top of that, you mentioned he mentioned that they paid the Avengers team a lot more money, most likely for that exclusivity. If they own Spider-Man, they wouldn't have to do that. They'd literally just say, hey, you want to use Spider-Man? That's ours, so that can't go anywhere else. That wouldn't be an exclusive thing. That would just straight up be, alright, well, you want it, it can only be here. They don't have to pay any more money for that if they already own it. I mean, that would be fucking barbaric. It's like if I own a Chihuahua, and someone's like, I'm like, fuck, where was this going? Okay, so I own a movie, right? And someone wants to use my characters. So I'm paying them when they want my movie, which I just made. It's mine. And now I'm paying them for them to use it. That's barbaric. That's not how that works. I can't remember where the Chihuahua thing was going. I had it in my head. It was so vivid and then it disappeared. Anyways, so, yeah, Sony does not own video game rights to the character. They own Insomniac, who I'm guessing is going to... And if they don't own Insomniac, they struck a few deals with them. I know that for the fact. But, but if they own Spider-Man, he wouldn't be popping up in Marvel vs. Capcom. It's that simple. Speaking of which, when's Marvel 4? Fuck! Yeah, so this Avengers bullshit is bullshit. I mean, what's next? They, like, fucking pull out, like... They make a Switch version of this game, and they add, like, Wolverine and Cyclops as Switch exclusive characters because they're in Ultimate Alliance 3. That would be some bullshit. Seriously, I'm expecting that, like, Square Enix and Sony will be like, alright, fine, you win. Here you go. and everyone will be happy after that. Because remember, Sega tried this bullshit before. Sega was all like, with the Sonic Forces, they were like, all right, well, we're gonna charge you like $2.99 for Supersonic, but it will be free for people who purchase or who like download it in this short period. And people fucking had it. They were like, all right, fine, it's free forever. It's free forever, guys. We're sorry. We fucked up. We won't do that again. Yeah, that was some bullshit. So, Sony, I'm expecting them to do that too. Plus, Spider-Man is a ways off. They're like 2021 is when they're talking about putting him in the game. Even still. Bullshit is what that was. Get your bullshit up out of here. Take your shit and leave. It is fucking hot in this garage, dude. Like, hotter than usual. Okay, what was I saying? This heat is melting my fucking brain. That and I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. Bros, I got like 5 hours of sleep last night. Where are you guys at on your sleep? Is everyone else okay? I don't know what's been happening lately. Chalk it up to all my worries and concerns about the last few days. Or the last... 2020 is just a fuck up in general. I say we get a fucking do-over. Like, I'll just go back to 2019 and fucking smite whoever created fucking... or whoever's responsible for the coronavirus outbreak. Be like, ha, fuck you. Just fucking smite him. But, oh yeah, and then smite those cops that, started this whole riot thing. But yeah, you know, I think what they're doing with Spider-Man is just straight up unfair. Like, guys, I don't know if I've said this before. I've been forgetting a lot of the topics on the videos I've been making lately, and I don't know if that's because it's stress or what, but basically, I'm paying $60. I'm not gonna, but say I paid $60 on Xbox Live for this game, right? Someone else pays $60 on Xbox Live. They get fucking skins, and they get fucking Spider-Man. I don't get any of that. The rest of the experience is still the same, but they get fucking Spider-Man and all this stuff that I don't get. I don't get anything in exchange. It's not like, hey, you get Wolverine and shit if you get the Xbox version. No, I get nothing, and they get Spider-Man. I go to the gas station, pay like $2. I get a soda, and then they're like, "Oh, cool. Hey, have some Reese's." Then someone else goes to the gas station. They pay $2, and they're like, "All right, have a nice day." And it's like, "What about the Reese's?" And it's like, "What fucking Reese's?" You know? So, all I'm saying here, man, is this fucking sucks. Whoever working at Sony authorized this was probably fucking dropped on their head as a child, honestly. Probably fucking during birth, in fact. It was like, it's just like, fuck you, kid. I'm gonna fucking squeeze you out of here and then fucking onto the floor. But, yeah, this fucking sucks is all I have to say about this. So, I just thought of something fucking amazing. There in the background of my video, you will see Spider-Man swinging around in Lego Marvel and Lego Marvel 2. No, not Lego Marvel. Lego Marvel's Avengers and Lego Marvel 2. And, Then there'll be a video of me just spamming web swing in the background as well as Spider-Man in Marvel Infinite and Marvel 3. So yeah, don't bullshit me. They only own the film rights. Marvel and Disney own animation, merchandising, and video games. Of course, they licensed Spider-Man to Sony for the Insomniac game. Outside of that, they don't own Spider-Man. Like, they don't even have exclusive rights for video games. Straight up, if Marvel gives those, Marvel can just write up a document, and now like there could be 5 different companies making Spider-Man games. They could write me up a document, and I could be making Spider-Man games. They wouldn't be fucking good, but that's not part of the equation now, is it? It's like saying, oh, well, the Fox own... It's like saying Fox owns X-Men and Deadpool, so that's why they don't appear in comic books, video games, or cartoons. It couldn't be an act of spite on behalf of Marvel. No, it's because, let's see, they've owned the X-Men, and they've had X-Men movies since at least 2000, and Wolverine has not appeared in a single video game since that point in time. Let's see. Did Wolverine... No. Oh, fuck, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 didn't happen. Because Wolverine is owned by Fox completely. Like, no one else can do anything with that character. And yet, Marvel 3 came out in 2016. Actually, that's false. Where did I get that number? 2011 to 2016. That's what it was. Oh, fuck. You know, Wolverine definitely didn't appear in a Spider-Man cartoon. Episode 10, called Freaky, of Ultimate Spider-Man. Check it out on Disney+. That fucking never happened. So yeah, Comic Book Cast 2. I couldn't tell what side he was on of the equation. When they first announced Spider-Man, he was like, it's PlayStation 4 exclusive, and that's great. And then he made a rant video like, this is terrible, but technically it's their right to do because they have the Spider-Man card. I'm like, whose fucking side are you on, man? You're spitting out facts mixed in with fucking random monkey talk, and then straight up not... just straight up fucking flip-flopping. You're like, oh, I think this is great. And then he's like, as I thought from the beginning, this is terrible for the industry as a whole. And it's like... you said it was fucking great. You're like Amazing Lucas, how he's like, The Force Awakens is one of the best movies I've watched in a long time. The Force Awakens was garbage. Never liked it. You quote me back on that other video I made. Never liked it. It was a bad movie. It's like, do you know what you said the first fucking time? You have short-term memory? Dude, fucking, I don't want to, I guess I can't talk about forgetting something because... whatever. At least I don't flip-flop on my positions. Well, I did flip-flop on this position for a little bit because I was like, Square Enix was like, hey, Spider-Man's coming to our game in 2021, and I was like, oh, that's fucking cool, and then somebody's like, it's PlayStation exclusive, and then I was like, you fucking suck at life. So there I technically flip-flopped, but that's because new evidence came into light. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this here. This is gonna end very abruptly.
For people, for justice, I will fight.
No, no.